So before you guys say anything, I know it's Tuesday. Technically, it's Monday night. I don't care what the clock says. The sun hasn't risen. That's how every other animal on the planet is. But I know I'm late. This is always a good reason. Helping people is important, you know. Yep, got the glasses. It's lesson time again. This is one of my favorite things to cover is mental health. I know that I already did a full-blown lesson on this, but I didn't do it with an urban survival mentality considered. It was just general guidelines. These are more specifically geared for dealing with people. You cannot exist in an urban environment without dealing with people. So, and unlike how randomly sporadic a lot of my points are in my other lessons, every single one of these that I bring up are for your mental stability. Some of them will be self-explanatory. Others, well, I'll walk you through it. My theme for the night comes from my therapist, 10-year Navy guy. He's really good. Is the 5-second rule. It doesn't just apply to bacon, although it applies to bacon. Sometimes you have to switch to the 10-second rule because bacon's so good, pigs eat it. Anywho, 5-second rule. No harm ever came short of a kill or be killed situation where 5 seconds of thought didn't come in handy, didn't affect the outcome of the situation, even if it's only in the perspective of the beholder, which is the whole point of this. So, first things first, be civilized. Everyone knows how to be civilized. You don't have to be optimistically upbeat, but be civilized. Mind your manners. You're in public, generally speaking. Mind your manners. Behave like you know how you're supposed to. Don't wait for someone else to do the right thing. You be right. Come correct. Be you. Stay civilized. It's going to get you real far, real quick. And if you are having trouble being civilized in any given situation, 5-second rule. I'm going to say this more than help each other in this lesson, I promise. Smile. But don't just smile. Smile and mean it. You get to decide what kind of day you have. That's a choice. Nobody can change that. No situation can change that. You can have what would be classified as a rough day, but you can still have a good day because you decided to. That's your choice. Don't let anybody take that from you. If you're having trouble with that, 5-second rule. Just saying. Have a good demeanor. I'm not saying, again, I'm not down with the chirpy, perky, super optimistic, upbeat, but you should definitely have a good demeanor. You'll have better interactions with people when you're forced to do so. If you choose to lead the interactions along a positive course, there's always going to be a lead and a follow. Be the lead. Don't wait for someone to do it for you. Do it. Make it happen. Manifest that reality. It really does work like that. I was actually talking to a couple of ladies at a cafe. She doesn't want to be named other than Starbucks lady, so we're going to call her Starbucks lady. And one of the things that she had said about interacting in an environment with other people is stay off the news. What I thought she meant was stop always focusing on all the news that the media has for you, and that is not what she meant. What she meant was stay off the news. Don't get arrested, basically, is what she was saying. Yeah, I agree with that, 100%. Stay legal. In whatever you choose to do, you can do it in a legal way. Yes, there's exceptions to every rule, including that one. I get that. But for the most part, you can choose a course that doesn't have you looking over your shoulder when Johnny Law pops around. And that's really nice to have on your side. Believe it or not, that's a tool. That's a very, very underutilized tool. Is it harder that way? Yeah, it is. But it's worth it. Anything worth having is worth working at. help each other. I know that that's kind of my thing. I don't believe that I push a lesson out where I don't think I push a video out where I'm not preaching about help each other. We all, my favorite line about it is, all of our mothers taught us to help each other. And while I know literally that's not true, there were some bad moms. I'm sorry about that. You know what I mean. Help each other. If you're having trouble wondering if you should help someone, you should. You're the one that came along. Someone will come along. They did. It's you. That's what we're supposed to do. That's how we have a sense of community. It takes a village to have a village. I'm just saying. And if you're having trouble remembering that, 5-second rule. On a converse note, another really handy trick is the acceptance of detachment. Like I said in lesson 1, things that you feel like are requirements, a lot of these are really luxuries, like shelter itself. That's not a requirement. That's a luxury. Oxygen, water, and food, in that order, are the only 3 requirements. Nothing else is a need. If you asked me to vote on it, I would say clothes are a need, mostly for an urban setting. See, I kept it urban. But there's going to be a lot of things that you have to cut out. And instead of just living in denial about that and, I was better off without it because we have what we want because we like it, being able to accept the detachment from it will produce a healthier outlook on it. Our brains are problem solvers. Do puzzles. I can't recommend one. It's whatever one that you gravitate to. I gravitate to Sudoku. It's not about math. It's just about patterns. It happens to be represented by numbers. Our brains are problem solvers, and it's a really good distraction. It's like taking a break at work. It's to get your mind out of what you're doing as your primary focus. It's good to take a break. Breaks are state law. Just saying. You can apply that to a whole bunch of things. Jokes. Tell jokes. Learn jokes. Practice telling jokes. Laughter is infectious. It's one of the most powerfully influencing things that you can do. Never in the history of ever has someone heard a laugh and not looked for it, because we want to laugh too. But enough said. Laughter is really good. Jokes are awesome, and some of them can be pretty thought-provoking. Others are just dumb as nails. And all of them are good if they make you smile. Organization. This is good. If you could organize your thoughts, that'd be fantastic, but keep everything, like my bug out bag is very organized. Okay, I'm looking at my bug out bag right now and it's torn apart, but it's because of the last video and the next one coming, actually. Not a lesson. I'm just going to do a real quick update on the EDC thing. Show my personal everyday EDCs that don't involve the bag, just as an idea. But staying organized will help you stay clean. It will help your environment stay sanitary, which is especially important if that happens to be your sleeping area that we're talking about. It helps fight boredom, and it keeps you feeling better about your situation, even though it's not awesome. If you keep it neat and organized like you care about it, you'll remember that you care about it. Sometimes that's important to remember. Hygiene. It's real easy. Dawn cleans everything, and Lysol kills everything. You can use it on an open wound. You can ask your doctor about that. They will cringe, but they will definitely not say you can't do that. It's not going to hurt you. It's going to cause physical pain, but that's how disinfectant works. Dawn cleans everything. Lysol kills everything. You can get your hands on any versions of both of those that you need in a pinch pretty readily, to include gas station bathrooms. But you can do it. And hygiene affects your mentality a lot. Being clean is important. Am I happy enough with myself that I brush my hair lovingly every day? No. Do I brush it every day? Yeah, because I know I'm supposed to. Or maybe I'm not feeling into it, but seeing my hair in better shape does affect my mentality. So it's important. Um, already said this once. I'm saying it twice because this is twice as important. Stay legal. Don't do drugs. Marijuana gets its own little side thing depending on what state you reside in. But again, the last thing you want to have to worry about is legal ramifications of any kind. You can do this without committing what the law would define as a crime. You can. It's harder. It's worth it. And you'll feel better about yourself. You'll even feel a sense of accomplishment. That creates dopamine, which is the best drug in the world. 3 best things that you can have flowing through your system are dopamine, adrenaline, and endorphins. You can get that last one by sustained physical effort, exerting yourself in, like, say, running a marathon. You could do that. Adrenaline you get from anything that produces fight or flight. And dopamine is the most powerful, the most addictive, and you can get that from doing anything as long as you do it well. You get a sense of dopamine because you accomplished something. Best drug ever, don't even have to pay for it. Moving right along. Don't give in and don't give up. Don't ever quit. You're allowed to fall. Get back up. And don't give in to any of the thoughts that you don't like, that they're just thoughts. You get to choose who you are. You get to choose what you are. Blah, 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 blah. Moving right along, but that's up to you. Don't give in. Remember who you are. Know who you are. Be who you are. Life will try and pound it out of you. Don't let it. You don't have to. Have compassion. People like us are not the only people that have it rough. One form or another, most people get their own version of a raw deal. And just like the person walking down the street looking at you has no idea who you are or what you're about, you don't know anything about them either. That could be the bigger fish. That could be the one that's had it worse than you. Have some compassion. Innocent until proven guilty. I did not say turn the other cheek. I didn't say that. I never will. But don't forget to be compassionate because we're all people. Don't believe me? Take the weapon of your choice and inflict a wound. Everybody bleeds the same color, the same way, every time, regardless of every difference combined. Because we're all the same. Our race is human. And that's it. Moving on. Be confident. Maybe you're having a bad day. You don't feel so perky and full of yourself. Carry yourself with confidence anyway. You don't have to puff your chest out. Square your shoulders. Hold your head. If not high, hold it square. Because you're worth it. You worked hard to get where you're at. You're working hard at trying to work through where you're at. That's true of all of us. Be confident. People respond better to positivity than negativity. And someone who looks like they know what they're about and they know what's what, people are going to listen to them more. That's you. If you're having trouble remembering that, 5-second rule. Get out. Daily. Get sun. Make contact with your skin. Daily. Don't fall into the same old habits. Go find a park. Do it sometime when the sun is out. The sun part is important. Even if it's a cold day, make the sun hit your skin for more than just a minute or two. Park benches are great for that. Which brings me to a side note. Feed nature. You don't have to make friends with a duck, although I recommend that. If you have the opportunity to make friends with a duck, you make friends with that duck, you'll make it for life. Cool. Ducks are super loyal. They're all about family, and if you're a friend, you're family. You don't believe me? Go make friends with a duck. Come back and tell me I'm wrong. Squirrels are great. Like, there's relationships to be had, even if they're not sitting on your shoulder, eating out of your hand. There's still relationships to be had. And it gets some sun on you. And it gives you excessive amounts of positivity. And like I said, I'm not preaching optimism at all. Where you choose to allow yourself to vibrate, that's a choice. 5-second rule. Put any of these you want to the test. I promise it's true. 5-second rule. If you are not 100% satisfied with the direction that you think you're going, take a 5-second break. You don't even have to consciously think. Your brain will do it anyway. 5-second rule. That's it. I tried to make this lesson as short as I possibly could. The next one's a long one. Any feedback you guys have about that? Do you want me to do a 2-part? I don't like to split the chapters up, but we're looking at an hour-long video if I don't do that. A little feedback. Help each other. You know that's what we're supposed to do. Stay safe. Stay legal. Keep your chin up. Those aren't just words. There's a reason for that. Good posture. Good posture is excellent. And I'm going to circle back to the very first one. Be civilized. Rules are what separate us from the beasts. And it'll get you farther. Take care of each other. Help each other. Out.